Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ole Miss offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Rain games are so annoying for an offense when you want to throw the football and it's coming down and you can't grip it. But I just remember back in Little League football, rain practices were the best, weren't they? You just run and dive as hard as you can into the puddles, see how far you can slide, and the great thing was, Mama had to clean your uniform and not you.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
The play action fake. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get it through the air. Another incompletion on third down. The Rebels will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Tackled after picking up the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. He caught it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
Into the end zone he goes. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time he's got his man there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Man, that was was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Wants to throw on second down. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Gets it out fast. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll try the right side. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice move to stay on his feet. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. First down here for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll try it on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Looking to pass on second down. Dumps it off to the flats. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stops short on fourth down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He's right on target. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick strike complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Going up top on first down. Got his man. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a three before they head to the locker room. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 starts out from the right hatch. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's head back to the Grove and our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Dances away to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Red pass is complete. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They go right back to him. At the 35, he's open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. A little release to the back. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. This offense is aggressive on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. They'll try to pick up the first. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owl. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Throws toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They'll try the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. He's looking to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Using the quick game. Across the 25, he's got room. Knocked down for the tackle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Looking to throw on second down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. The give and tick, 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 tick. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. He's looking for an open man on second down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Going deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.